Why is it that the most capable people in their fields can feel like complete frauds, while the least capable feel confident? It's a psychological experience called imposter syndrome. People with imposter syndrome feel like they don't belong. They think that their success is luck, and they're convinced that they'll be exposed as frauds. Unfortunately, this experience isn't rare. A 2024 study of Swedish medical students found that 58% felt like imposters, often strongly so, despite not being related to their actual performance. Another study of undergraduates found that 56% felt the same, and that these feelings were linked to anxiety and depression. Imposter syndrome isn't about a lack of skills, it's about how your brain explains success. When things go well, people chalk it up to luck or outside help. When things go wrong, they blame themselves, and even when they succeed repeatedly, their self-image doesn't fully update. Now, here's the flip side, the Dunning-Krueger effect. Conversely, people with lower ability often overestimate their skills because they don't know enough to realize what they don't know. In other words, confidence does not always match competence. Self-doubt can actually be a sign that you do know what you're doing. Imposter syndrome can be exhausting. Studies show that it's linked to burnout, stress, and low job satisfaction. It's common across professions and cultures, and women often report it more than men. So why does it happen? Our brains are wired to judge ourselves in relative terms. We compare ourselves to ideals, to others, and to what we imagine we ought to know. Even successful people can feel like they're failing. So what helps? One way is to write down your successes, to track what you actually accomplish. Treat it like data, not feelings. Another is to reframe that doubt. Feeling like a fraud doesn't always mean that you are one. It is a cognitive bias, your brain trying to make sense of complexity of the world. So the next time you feel like you're faking it, remember, it might not be a weakness. It might mean that you're smart enough to see how much there is left to learn. Much ado about psychology. What should we overthink next?